I'm like, we gonna get down to some stuff, yo. We gonna get down to some stuff, yo, because we gonna get down to some stuff, right? I'm gonna show you when a funny business just happened. We just had we had a situation, right? I paid, took homeboy to Atlanta and all that. You know what I'm saying? He had his peoples out there, whatever. We had a nice little situation, nice little setup and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the situation with the love and hip hop situation, the girl that he was going to work with, but I was pressing him, which he wasn't really pressed. He was just like, "Yo, just keep sending out beats, and comfortable with just keep talking through social media." I'm like, "Nah, you want to get next to these people, you want to be in the mix, like you gotta feel their energy. You gotta make a formal introduction. You know what I mean? And you really want to be in the studio doing some shit hand in hand. Just sending beats and like you want to get around and be in the community. You want to start networking, like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was more so his play through a situation or whatever, right? So long story short, once he felt like he thought like because they built like a nice little relationship, him and the girl. So like she's texting him all the time. They texting back and forth. Like this guy just turned in delusion. Like, yeah, yo, I got a TV star. Yo, she got millions. Like he's checking the whole thing out. Yeah. She like he thinks he's good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Meanwhile, like he's not thinking about like, see, and this is what people think too. They always looking for somebody else to save them, and they don't want to save themselves.
Yeah.
And use you or use whoever to get to where they gotta get to. You
And then push
you understand what I'm
you
saying?
to the side, like I already got to there, and then and like, yeah, you don't need to work with him anyway, because you know, like yeah, and the money is more, it's the more alluring, and it's and the allure from the money is like, okay, well, the opportunity's here now, that's in the past now, and that's over there, but you can't go through life like that, because it, it really puts you in a bad resume. You like, hold up, you moving like that for money? You know what I'm
and, and
saying?
and never got paid 1 cent from nothing that he was giving out. You know what I mean? As far as I know, because we were still speaking at the time, like he did some paperwork or whatever for one song, but the song never even officially. I mean, it's on platforms, but it didn't officially really do nothing or go nowhere. Leave it up to him. You posting all over your page like you really doing something and using that, which as he should, you know what I'm saying, to try to gauge more people and all this and all that. But like he really don't know what he's doing. That's another thing too. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why, because I know everybody be like, well, what? All right, I'm gonna tell you why he don't know what he's doing. Cause up until this point, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull out receipts, like not being disrespectful, but I'm gonna pull out receipts. Before now, it's it's just like a boxer or a basketball player. You as good as who your coach is.
Mm.
So now if somebody is like, and me, I got a vision, I got a foresight. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see things. I could see where something is a better fit. I can give you advice, and that's why I was saying too. Like when I was saying the dinosaur quote, like dudes would be living in their time but be stuck in the past. You know what I'm saying? So like, um, he was in a situation like he worked with a lot of people. He was in a situation where he's about to go work with the same people. I'm like, they're already done bypassed their time already. You got to get with the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? You got to get with more fresher talent because that's what's gonna keep you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A brush of what's going on. Then another thing, I was just like, yeah, they cool because they got their little semi names, but you want to pop something new and fresh as a producer, because when you do that, then you're gonna be respected as a real producer. If you pop something brand like a whole new fresh artist versus working with people who already got names, and then it's like, yeah, they jumped on your beat, they maybe already been hot with something else already, or whatever the case may be. Somebody like it's a young person sport, really. It's everybody's game, but it's a young person sport. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
get with the
Not
crew,
giving out.
you get with the up and coming, like the up and
All right,
comings.
all right,
That's where you deal with. You don't try to go to the head honcho
all
unless the head honcho calls you
right,
and like, yo, I want
all
to, like, I feel you enjoy. I
right,
call you, gonna work with you. Then you know what I'm saying. You work your way up. You
all
build yourself up.
right. So you get it. So and then not only that, talented as fuck, but needed to tweak his sound. Cause like when I was dishing the beats out and all that stuff, it's like, yeah, shit is fire. Yo, he needs a little bit of this. Why? I was giving them shits to my son. I was testing them shits out with my son. My son was what, 18, 19 at the time. So like, he young. He loved all the R&B beats, which that's one of his real strong points, R&B, pop music, and thing like that. But I'm like, yo, they even know them used to be like, yo, he need to do a little bit of this with like the new beats and all that. So I'm telling him, I'm good. I'm like, bro, listen what I'm telling you. I am not telling you this. I'm telling you what I'm testing it out. Like, I'm hearing from other people. So you gotta listen to what I'm telling you. Like, you gotta tweak your sound. So eventually he stopped fighting with me and he tweaked the sound. Beautiful. They loving it. Also, I told him to put a tag on his beat. When you hear that, when you hear his beat come on and it say produced by Amazing P, when it be like produced by, that's me. I told him to put a tag on his beat. I got all the receipts, the emails and text messages and all this. And he not being a sucker. He said out his own mouth. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
point being, what I'm saying is that you know what I'm saying. Come on, making sure he getting proper content. I'm taking you in top-notch studios. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking them in studio with Wyclef Cousin, Jerry Wonder, which is Platinum Sound Studios. I'm taking them in wherever. I'm taking them in all these top-notch studios, so he could be heard and people could know his name and just moving him around where he needs to be moved around, but from top to bottom, not just, you know what I'm saying. I'm going into the top studios and I'm going to the low-end studios. No, I'm saying we mixing and mingling with. Then we had beautiful situation because we around a bunch of young artists. Like I had a dude. I want to shout him out. Swerve. YRS Swerve. He got the studio out in Williamsburg. You know what I'm saying? We met him, and I met him. I came up. You know what I'm saying? Locked on. He was introducing us to artists with millions of views, all types of stuff that come in and out of his studio. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
That's a
But
good look.
I say this though. I was the bridge of keeping a relationship. Like, he's more so like a spoiled dude, like only child, you know what I mean? And then he got like a lot of bad habits. I'm like 40 years old, me to be telling another grown man, which I did tell him, yo, you gotta fix your ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if nobody don't do nothing for you, or you come in a spot and you just think like, oh, all got to be catered to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm catering to somebody who's gonna cater to you. You know what I mean? You gotta, like you said, you gotta earn your work. You gotta earn your keep. But as I'm giving you all that, let me just let you ask me a few questions as I just gave you what I gave you, and then that's the thing with him. And we could do another segment. We could talk about Little Rod too, because I'm gonna get to the meeting, but to ask his
Yeah,
uncles on
we
it,
ain't gonna be able to get into. We gonna have to chop it up a little bit.
and I'm gonna let all that, and I'm gonna let all that out too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I know people looking like, oh, what's up? Oh, they see me post other people up and this down there. Oh, what's up with him? And it's like, no, I wanna speak about it because it's therapy. And then not only that, maybe it'll wake him up and spark him to understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I like what I ever do to you. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that a lot of people don't know. When you see me doing a lot of running and moving, I'm 9 to 5 in it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They're not only 9 to 5 in it. I pick up another job. I'm doing 2 jobs in the city, breaking
Yeah.
night in studios with these kids and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm telling them like, yo, look, you see the hustle and the grind. This is what you really got to do if you really got to make it. You know what I mean? So like P Moore gets it. He was in it, like, as far as with the studio and wanting to be in there. He'll stay in there all night because he's been doing that. He's a studio rat. Rye didn't really get it. You know what I'm saying? Do a few songs and then they think they want to do songs quick and then they want to go to sleep, or they want to no, like, this is not the way this business works. You really have to be dedicated and you really have to really be all in.
Yeah.
With not saying that he wasn't all in, but I'm just saying though, like, you know, having to build to understand a grind, like a hustle, like you really have to, your energy have to be on 1,000. You know, heard Puffy say this shit, like, you can't just be thinking you just doing this shit on some fly
This
by
your
night shit.
career. This your career. Like, this is you want this to be your career. You have to like treat it like that. You got to treat it like that.
So
Especially if you want to make money. If you don't want to make no money in the career, then obviously you could just do it how you want to do
so
it. You're
so
not
I want
pressed
to
to make no money,
I
but
want
you
that to
also wasting other people's time too.
exactly, and I want that to be emphasized. See, you just said something very important. Let's circle and underline that time. When you doing this, coming from the space that I'm in, or everybody who's in this space, it's time based. It's a time based situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
How am I telling you I'm doing what I'm doing, but you seeing all of what you seeing? Content, you seeing this, that, and you seeing motion. The average person don't even do that. I'm working two jobs. Like I said, I'm working two jobs, and in the street because I really love. I like, but I did that also for a purpose too. You know what I'm saying? Because I did it for a purpose for my son, because you know the environment where I came from, and I want him to see me doing something productive. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So that was to show him that. But then also, I feel like even with P and them, they supposed, like, to this day, the respect and honor that they supposed to have for me, when you see, I don't care what nobody else was doing. You seen what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? You seen what I was doing. You seen what I was doing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you something in the archives, right? Years ago, because this time I've been working with Pete, or the first time I had a falling out with him, right? Now we had just got back, start working again. Years ago, right? He got like 2 videos on YouTube, right? I'm gonna send them to you. I'm gonna show you, right? See, this is another thing about him too, that like nobody else is gonna tell him this. They like, he's good for what he's good for making beats. That's it. And then he doesn't even really produce people. He likes to just, because he's selfish, so he likes to just give a beat, and he's not trying to show somebody how to polish. Just let them do whatever. I'm like, nah, you supposed to be producing them and helping them with their sound, because a lot of them don't understand what artistry is, and he does. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been around a lot of different people in the industry, like songwriters and people who have took their careers to other levels. But I'm gonna show you something. Years ago, he sent me a record, because he got tons of records too. He sent me a pop EDM record. He like, yo, what you think about this? I was like, yeah. He didn't know me, because he know where I come from, the environment that I come from. He was like, you like that? And I was like, hell yeah. I was like, this that see how you was listening to that joint on when you was riding the other day? It's like it's some crossover on music, like some shit be all in Vegas, overseas. So
Right.
EDM, like I said, EDM pop type joint. So I told him, I said, hell yeah, I rock with this shit. So he was like, word, you? I was like, yeah, I fuck with all types of music. I was like, yeah, this a hit. So ideas started shuffling around, and then I'm gonna show you what became of that. You know what I'm saying? I shot. I directed. I paid for. You know what I'm saying? If I remember, he put it. What I paid for. You know what I'm saying? For it is what it is. I paid for. I directed. He put in ideas. You know what I'm saying? Of course. You know what I'm saying? He produced and wrote the record. But I'm gonna show you the video that I'm talking about. But that's his first video that he ever. That's something that he could hold for himself. A video got like almost close to 10,000 views on you from the time of when it was conceived, which is over 8 years ago. But a seed was planted, and something, you know what I mean? Something came of something of the work. You know what I'm saying? And at the time when we was pushing it, I used to run that record around to, like, when I used to come out of town or whatever, where I'm at now, when I used to come out to Maryland, I was in mad colleges. I was giving that to college DJs, having them play it. We was shooting it through Twitter. He was getting all types of, like, it was getting a whole lot of, like, people was like a lot of like industry that, like that within that, in that realm of music, was reaching out, like, yeah, like they was liking it and all that, as you cited. Never really got outside to really perform the record, but that's what I used to. That was the next level. I was just like, yeah, you got to get out and perform this record, because it was a very high record at the time. But the reviews and the way the record, if we had more marketing behind the record would have shot to the roof, I believe. You know what I'm saying? He believes as well. But just
You
when I
still got the song still,
no,
or y'all recorded
that's
it?
why I said no. It's the videos on YouTube. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I
Okay. I
shot.
probably seen it, but
I got him. I got him shot his own first video as an artist. Like, so he not only just a producer. He fucking could do what Pharrell, Kanye, and these niggas can do.
right.
At another level, he makes pop. Like, you see, he doing with all this hip hop shit with these niggas. He do pop, and like he's right now could be working with some other type of artists, like, pop artists or something.
Right.
I don't got to be working with them hip hop niggas, but you know what I mean, reach, networking, things like that. He's just gonna keep himself, in the
In the
space that
box.
he in.
It's like a
Yeah,
box.
because
Like you, if you doing this, if you in this type of music, that's where this is where the music is really selling. I'm gonna stay in the pop, that genre over there, and network with the people of that like-minded type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go over there because they'll get it and they support too. Like they don't have no, they like, yo, they gonna support good music. So, but you want to just deal with a certain genre that you and I don't, and to me, I don't know if that working with that genre is going to elevate you to the next level, but obviously you got to go where you are, where you more celebrated at. So people messing with this sound, let me give this sound more, and then I can still help out the hip hop artists, but I gotta, but that's how I think though. I don't know. That's maybe not how you think.
Come on, then too though too. You know, when when a person that like, see, that's another thing too that I'm for too.